Hey everyone, it's Matt, aka Tech Ranger, and today we're going to be taking a look at Skyrim on the Xbox, specifically a quest mod which is pretty massive. It's Beyond Skyrim Bruma. It adds the city of Bruma to the game and obviously all the things around it. So in this video we're going to be looking at the smaller version that totals about 2 gigs and going to be seeing if it is worth the price of admission. We'll look at how to get there, we'll look at if it's worth it or not, and then I'll also be including some of my load order as well as some of the trials and tribulations I had removing things and adding things and just changing things around. My hope for this mod video and all my other mod videos is to hopefully show you all what this mod is all about and if it's worth checking out or taking the time to download it. And if you like that sort of thing, feel free to like the video if you got some value out of it. So for this first section, we're going to be taking a look at just a general overview of what Beyond Skyrim Bruma actually is and how to get there before we go into some of the load order stuff. So we get there by going to the southern end of the map, kind of look towards the middle, and then that is where you're going to find the Pale Pass. And then once you get there, you're going to find these guys and they will let you in pretty much, through return of events. And then you will get to this fort here, which is where the first part of your quest starts. So great, now we're here. What is this mod all about? You have this main quest that you're kind of introduced to, and everything else kind of gets slotted into your miscellaneous tab. When you get to Bruma, the recreation of the city from like Oblivion is phenomenal. And right off the rip, I could tell everyone involved in this mod really loved it and just really poured their heart into it. To illustrate that, let me just leave this gem here to start off.
Scholar, streaming anew into Seigneur.
Renaud, you're distressing the customers.
Distressing? I am distressing the customers.
That's what I just said, yes.
So that's just one example of one of the encounters that you're going to be running into in Beyond Skyrim Bruma, and you're going to be seeing your usual things like citizens in distress, actual literature that was added to this mod, which is very well done by the way. There's new weapons and armor which are pretty varied, and I gotta say I really like this chainmail armor as well. And you'll find these things on enemies and just kind of roaming around, as well as the side quests that you'll encounter. There's thousands of lines of dialogue that was recorded specifically for this expansion, and it's all very good. Sometimes you can discern whether or not it's been recorded in a different place, and obviously yes it was. For the most part, it's really good. Here's another example, on top of the bard that we heard from at the beginning of this section.
Garcia Savoci's the commander at the Western Watchtower. He's wanted these bandits dead for a long time. I bet Araya sent you here for the blade.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that the Stormcloak uprising in Skyrim has complicated things to a certain extent. But I'm proud to serve Bruma and her people.
And then you're also going to be running into your regular Skyrim things like caves and locations you probably haven't seen since Oblivion. There's also an amazing soundtrack that was created specifically for this expansion, and then the entire team behind it is amazing. So I'm going to leave the links to both of these pages down in the description down below so you can check out the music and the people who made this amazing mod. So, before we get too much farther into Beyond Skyrim Bruma, we need to take a look at the load order. And if you're kind of getting close to being like, oh yeah, I should go ahead and download this and check it out, because so far it seems pretty rad, there's a few things that you need to know. Download the 4 parts of the Beyond Skyrim mod, and it's very important that you download all of these. So one thing I wanted to do was kind of maintain my current load order. So what I did was I deleted some of the things that I thought was okay to get rid of, and then I would kind of install one at a time. That way I knew exactly how much space I needed, and I could try to avoid the ghost space that I might get. Now there is another version of this mod split up into 6 parts from the actual Beyond Skyrim dev team, and this is something that was actually done after these initial 4 went up. From what I understood, searching around on Reddit and things, it seems like this is the definitive version in terms of like plots or level of detail as far as like buildings and things in the distance and textures. It also seems like there's some new areas to explore as well. But for this video and my playthrough, I just wanted the base version just to get an idea of what Bruma was. So this is what I ended up with, almost 5 gigs total. I just got a little bit of space, which I think is ghost space, but I'm not sure. I have my full load order that you can go and look at in spreadsheet form, but I figured since there wasn't like a ton of changes here, I was just kind of removing things, and I switched a few mods out. For the most part, it's pretty much the same as my other one, just minus 2 gigs worth of things. So hopefully that was a good look at Beyond Skyrim Bruma and what I kind of thought of it initially. I'm still kind of playing through it, and if you want to see another video on Bruma and just kind of my thoughts overall, maybe a review, let me know in the comments down below. I did notice some weird things here and there, and I don't know if it was Bruma or not, but like this lamppost somehow got the texture of the signs. That was kind of funny. Performance-wise, it seems to hold up pretty well. There were a few times where I would like drop frames, but it wasn't anything like crazy. It's usually just the general hitching that will happen if you're modding Skyrim anyway. But anyways, I really enjoyed this mod so far, and I can't wait to play more of it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.